All right, so if Aquara is saying is not here to tell us what's coming up on Joy News Interactive, or what actually on Joy News Interactive.
Yeah, well, it's time for you to get your gadgets and send us that message on our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. Remember, this segment is brought to you by Airtel, which offers you more talk, longer text, and more internet browsing. I'll tell you how you can get in touch with us when I get back.
Joy News Interactive is brought to you by
Airtel, the smartphone network.
So we're on social media. Find us on facebook.com/Joy News on TV. We're also on Twitter with the same name, @Joy News on TV. You can send your messages there. Quickest way to get in touch with us, though, is via WhatsApp. The WhatsApp number is 0560800,000. Please add your name and location when sending us a message to our WhatsApp number, and I will share your messages with the rest of the world. Okay, on to our first story. And technically, Power Minister Kwabena Donkor has 37 days left to fix Doomso or resign. Some people are already asking for the power ministry to be scrapped. Former CEO of the Volta River Authority, Charles Rekubrobe, for instance, thinks the ministry is useless. Let's see what you have to say about it on Facebook. Israelite, who doesn't think that,
And I don't think that one.
The power minister will be resigning.
Well, if he doesn't fix it, he has to resign. Well, he said it. He said so. All right, so Mubarak says it's true. The president has to scrap power ministry because the minister always tells lies and has to be sacked. Mr. Lies, he calls him. Nantoma says this power minister creation was another platform to create loot and share in this ministry. His president has performed woefully and should be shown the exit come 2016. Loveword says he should be held by his own words. The book says, by your words you shall be justified or condemned. I also remember somewhere in the same book where God told the Israelites that I will do according to your own word, so the prime minister must go. Frida says Ghanaians will be proud of him if he does that. He should act according to his own words. Isaac says, I agree he should resign as he said, because he should not say what he cannot do. Schiffman says, as a clueless energy minister blaming people for his incompetence, like minister, like his president, for the confused government. Albert says, whether a change or not, wouldn't be surprised because another incompetent will be replaced. They are just playing with our minds. And Krobia Santiago says, Africans don't have resignation culture in their blood. And Diogracia says, good idea. That ministry is useless.
Wow. Well, let me quickly get on to WhatsApp. If the tab will allow me to, it seems to be acting a little funny and is frozen. So I can't get your WhatsApp messages. What about Twitter?
All right, so let me just go into Twitter, and Ivan Saka said he says so. You shouldn't twist his words. Oh yeah, you add that to it. Niyama says the prime minister should go now. And okay, so there are others who are talking about other things.
But it's also on
Evans Aqua. Does he happen to be your relative or something?
No, that is Evans Aqua. I'm Aqua with double A.
And then the Harrison.
Yes, with the hyphen Harrison. Okay. So Evans Aqua is not a relative.
But I could go back to Facebook and read a couple more comments. Kumia says he should be sacked fast, no delay. Vincent says his own workers are bringing him down. Pius says he thought time limit will help him solve the problem, and he's not blaming himself, knowing that, of course, his job is still safe after all. Adolf says, don't mind. Nyakon Alex says, agreed. Adama says, true. Bande, maybe he should be giving another opportunity because he's human, just that he overestimated his capability, forgetting that he works with people and machines. Abdullah says, I doubt it, not in Ghana. And Salifu says he should be sacked for poor performance, as he promises Ghanaians.
All right, so on WhatsApp, Papa Nkoitamali, finally WhatsApp, I got it. He says his days are numbered and that he should look for ways of solving this problem before his days are up. That's from Papa Nko in Tamale. This one says, hi Israel, Opana better resign. This one is from Bash in Cove Town. This one is from Jibril in Tamale. He says, incompetent Mahama and his power minister. Wow.
Well, if people are sleeping...
Jibril, have you been close to the presidency before? Jibril.
But if people are feeling the impact of it and they're not having power and they're sleeping in darkness and they're sweating, well, they can tend to use some pretty harsh words.
Yeah. This one says, good evening, If I have a very serious sanitation issue in my area. Please, how can you help me bring this landlord to book? This one is coming from Ifya and Dawinya. Please send us pictures and your contact is there. I will see if we can get in touch with you. This one is from Solomon in London. He says, I have no idea why that useless ministry was created in the first place. He must go. So this is a message coming all the way from London. A lot of people really passionate about this issue.
And those are their views. We are not saying that.
Yeah.
They're telling us.
Let me see this. This one says, the Prime Minister must have written his resignation letter already because there's no way of solving this power issue anytime soon. This one is from Nihad.
Well, you never know. He probably has something up his sleeves.
Christmas is coming. It's going to be a doom-so-free Christmas.
You never know.
Say amen to that.
Amen.
And talking about amens, many pastors don't know God. Those are not my words. Those are the words of chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Dr. Opoku Onyina. He was speaking at a convention of Pentecost church leaders in Gomwafete, the central region. Now, this statement seems to have become popular with many of our social media commentators. But let's start with views from the streets. Do you agree with what the apostle said?
The Bible said we should not judge each other. Yeah. So to me, my opinion is they have to leave everybody to do whatever he or she wants to do. By the end of it all, God is there to judge.
And what he's saying is very, very true. Because like looking at some of the pastors nowadays, they are not true men of God. That one is true. By base of some, I don't know why they are doing that. Sometimes it's because of money and sometimes because of maybe they want to be known. I don't know. But looking at the things that they do, they are not men of God. They are just corrupt people that they want to destroy the work of God or the image of Christ.
It's very true. But some of them, because of fame, they do it to get name, for popularity, people to know that yes, they are men of God. But within their heart, they are not true men of God. Others are also doing it because of money. Yes.
Pastors don't really know God. It's true. Because to me, God is not just about money or something. But then of late, it's only money, 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 money. Come, I have oil, let me sell it to you, stuff like that. So it's true.
Well, yes, it's true. What you say is true because some of the pastors, the way they preach and the way they have been saying, let's say, come see me, take my number and call me. They don't preach. They always sell oil, sell water, sell soap and other things. So that means, God, if they know God, they won't sell those things.
Yeah, it's very true. Because most of them consult their oracles and other things before preaching to people, and it's very wrong. They have to study the Bible. They have to be called by God. They don't just have to come out and do their own thing.
So those are your comments. For more details on this story, you can log on to myjoyonline.com. You'll find the story there. Israel actually has the link opened up on Facebook with some comments. Yeah,
so that's the link, Ghana News. Many pastors who don't know God, Apostle Opoku Onyina, it's gotten 42 shares, which means people are quite interested in that. Godfred says he should rather talk about his church, how pastors are being chosen today. The future of the Church of Pentecost is shaky. It's all about lobbying and knowing any big man in the church, not necessarily questioning the spiritual credibility of the person, but because he knows someone and can speak good English, that's all. God help us. And this, one of the comments that you see, 8 replies, which means there's a debate ongoing. So let's just find out what's happening. John Baptist says, Master, think before you talk, okay? Pentecost is bigger than you, guy. And then Nana Fosu says, see you, deviant behavior. Fosu says, yes, boss. Godfred says, you can insult me today because you know where you stand. Posterity will judge us. Godfred again comes and John Pentecost can be as big as the whole world, but I don't care. The truth must be told. The church is shaky. You can insult me. Thank God I know what I'm talking about. The name of my church is not what will take me to heaven. He goes on and on. Naya Barima says, Apostle, is he no God? And that's another debate going on down there. Ebenezer says, Apostle, you're speaking the truth. May God bless you. James says, man of God, it's 100% true. How can a man of God or pastor direct people to himself instead of directing people to Jesus? Even this alone shows clearly that he doesn't know God. God bless you. You are right to say that. It's not too late for them. The option is there for them to change for Christ, but not to challenge you. Sheriff Yusuf says, actually, he is part. No pastor or whatsoever knows God. All are deceiving man just to make profit of man. Shift man says, who doesn't know God? They know God, but they are not pastors. Vatai says, it is not easy to have full internal... Okay, this message not quite getting... Brother says, very true talk, pastor. Fake pastors everywhere.
Well, on WhatsApp, this one is from Malaika, who's watching the show in Akimoda. She says, it's true, even most Christians don't know God because they take Jesus as God. And this one says, Ghanaians are very swift in passing comments about pastors, forgetting that they are the cause of it. Let the weeds grow about the field till the appointed time. This one is from Paul in Kumasi. This one says, no judgment. It is meant for God to do. Pastors do pay their duty. This one is from Malik Martini in Koko. He says, most of the pastors are not men of God, but men of Kweku Bonsam. All right, so this one is from Malik Martini. And there was a comment here that I lost. He said, this is why some of us don't go to church these days. And this one says, I'm sure most of the young pastors are chasing money. From their works, you can judge them. And this one is from Bash in Cove Town. And this one says, can you please ask the labor minister when he will deliver his promise to pay all nurses arrears as promised? So this one is a comment. You didn't add your name or location, but your comment is well noted. When I come back from the break, we'll be telling you about the latest car in town. Please stay. And welcome back to the interactive segment on Joy News Prime. Let's go over to Israel. He has what's trending on Twitter.
All right. So on Twitter, Joy SMS, which is Joy FM Super Morning Show, is still trending this late, even though it's a breakfast show. And then we have the Power Ministry. The Power Ministry is certainly trending. And Ghanaians, of course.
That has been trending for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then the other one that's trending is Kantanka is here. That's number 3.
Yeah, Kantanka is here. So finally, Kantanka vehicles are ready for mass production, okay? And let's see what people are saying about the mass production of vehicles on Facebook. How much will you pay for a Kantanka car?
All right. So let me quickly scroll down to... I'll scroll up to Kantanka vehicles. All right, so here they are. 36 shares, actually. And Emmanuel says, I'm even surprised at your question. Does a buyer determine the price for those American, Korean, and Japanese cars we have been buying?
No, but you put value on an item, okay? So we are asking you to place the value on this particular item.
And we can do that. We are allowed to do that. And so he said, no, so let the manufacturer determine the selling price. If you can afford it, go for it. Proud of Ghana. Ifeanyi says they should start with the saloon cars before others. Otherwise, they will not be able to compete with Nissan. They should make saloon cars that can be afforded by ordinary Ghanaians. This will capture the market because you're giving them some advice. Well, I hope they're listening. Prince Nuding says, Ghanaians can only purchase a car if the prices are moderate. Ghanaians must develop a good habit of patronizing locally made goods. Albert says, I sell charcoal and Ghanaians buy it. Why wouldn't I buy a car from Ghanaian? Keep it up. I'm proud to see made in Ghana cars from Kantanka. Gideon says, I hate your question. Are you asking the general public about how much they will buy Kantanka cars? How? He built his car, he knows the cost of production, so he gives his price. You didn't buy 20-year-old cars from abroad at a higher price, and you are here. Katie Wonder says, I wonder very much like one, but I would very much like one, but can't afford the Rover. If they could introduce the saloon cars, I'd hustle and buy because I know I have a place and I can maintain and repair it whenever I have a problem. Madam Ifwa in Easy Israel. Buy me one, I beg. Oh, no.
Well, Coach Safu has promised that he's going to make these cars very affordable, so everyone can purchase a Kantanka car. On Friday, the cost of the cars will be out, and then you can tell us for sure whether you'll be placing your order for a Kantanka car. And I must say, I can't wait. This one is from Anthony Nakosombo. He says Kantanka cars would really help boost the Ghanaian economy. And this one is from Schiffman. He says, may God bless Apostle K. Safo. This is the man we must celebrate. And this one says, if only Ghanaians will buy them, as we are always in bed with everything foreign. Papanko in Tamale says, this will be for the affluent in society. This can lead to corruption because many greedy officials would want to acquire it at all costs. As a country, this is the way to go. Okay, not quite sure I get that, Papanko. And let's see what else. This one says, Israel, I will buy one for you. Get ready in exchange for one of your suits. Oh,
cool chop.
And this one,
come for it,
Brady.
No, come
for Brady. He says, good evening, hashtag Kantanka for life. Okay,
well,
brand new car for one of your suits.
Easy, cool chop. Let's come for it.
And then let's see. I don't know why the black man never wants his own progress. This man should be encouraged to produce more cars for Ghana. And that's from Bambakia Samed. Thanks for sending your messages.
I have a couple of messages also coming through on Twitter. Nambe Patrick says, and Kantanka is here, and I commend his team for their hard work. Let's support Made in Ghana. And Mohammed says, government should promote Made in Ghana products by ordering these cars for all 2016 parliamentarians and government officers. Well, yeah, that's not bad. And he says, I would like to buy the cars at the same price I'll pay for a Toyota Land Cruiser because I'll be proud to drive a Made in Ghana car. I'm sure that's how you wanted to. And then Nambi Patrick sent a message earlier. Says some pastors are there for money. They aren't genuine. God is watching them and he will whip them soon. Oh, wow. And one final comment on the I would love, Eko Amma says, I would love to own a Kantanka. Being a new product, I pray stands the test of time.
All right, well, let's look at our trending picture for today. This one has been going around on WhatsApp for quite a bit. So, Israel, have you seen our trending picture? It's it's an exercise. Exercise 1. Underline the correct answer. Which of these presidents is the most incompetent in the history of Ghana? So
J.J. Rawlings, B.J. Kufuor, C. J.E. Atta Mills, and John Dramani Mahama. And this guy underlines it. And then, well, the teacher gave him 10 over 10 and says, why student, you will go far.
Yeah, so that's
I'm sure it's a joke, right?
Yes, it's supposed to be a joke. So that's about it for the interactive segment on Joy News Prime, brought to you by the smartphone network Airtel. My name is Ifwa Harrison. Have a good night.
Joy News Interactive was brought